Good afternoon and welcome to the Shea, where Halifax look to string together back-to-back wins after Featherstone last week coming back from 14 points down just after the half-time break. And for the second time in 3 weeks they'll play the Doncaster Dragons, who ran out 54-38 victors, of course, at the Earth Stadium a couple of weeks ago in the Northern Rails Cup. And St John Ellis, with his now a familiar run on for his players, he shakes hands with every one of them prior to the start of the game. And his side currently lying fourth in the National League One. They've lost 3 of the 7 games, and those 3 defeats came against Castleford, Whitehaven and the Hull Kingston Rovers. Halifax got the 3rd win of the season last week against Featherstone, looking to build on that, but Anthony Farrell has had to make a lot of changes.
Died recently at the age of 96.
A minute's silence observed for Hubert Lockwood, one of the all-time greats for Halifax. Challenge Cup winning captain, 1939. Passed away last week, 96 years of age. Today's action with Anthony Farrell, I said before, making changes, has lost Andy Spink, Alan Adcroft and James Bunyan. Andy Hobson still a long-term injury. Steve Bull plays only his 2nd game for Halifax at full-back. James Haley on the wing. Damien Gibson is moved forward to centre. Anthony Blackwood returns from injury. Ricky Sharif on the other wing. Pat Wisner partners Dean Lawford in the half-backs. Chris Morley, Ben Fisher and Jason Bolts at the front row. David Larder back after injury, partners to Ferretti Tuolangi in the 2nd row. And Damien Ball locks up the scrum. Ben Black, Jamie Bloom, Ryan MacDonald and Scott Long's been impressing in the under-21s on the bench. And St John Ellis has Doncaster looking for a second success in 3 weeks. Allroy's gone and got the 40-20 right from the very first set of 6. A huge kick by Allroy, knows this ground, spent a season here of course a couple of years ago. Doncaster this afternoon, Ben Cockayne at full-back, Danny Mills, Marvin Golden, Craig Farrell and Craig Miles at 3/4. Martin Moana partners Graham Allroyd at half-back. Gareth Hanford, Craig Cook, Martin Hostler, Leo Allen, Craig Lawton and Aaron Wood are the forwards. Sean Leaf, Carl Mills, Dina Loughlin and Kurt Netherton in the forwards. And several of these Doncaster players tasted victory here last season on Easter Monday. Only 6 of that team left this afternoon. And Doncaster's first run from the scrum ends 5 metres away from the line. Lawton closed down by 4. Halifax moving out of the blocks quickly, looking to avenge his A defeat that saw them collapse and concede 30 points in the last 16 minutes at the Stadium a few weeks ago. Moana spreads the ball wide. Allroyd gives it to Aaron Wood, the former Bradford Bulls player. Quick play the ball, and Marvin Golden, another former Halifax player. St John Ellis cheering, but the touch stood this side of the flag. Well, he's got the ball down, but was it a double movement? A penalty to Halifax, a double movement. Well, that's a let off. Not the place we're expecting to be after the first set of 6 tackles. And Wisner's made a lot of yards from a very narrow angle there as Fisher goes on the quick scoop from dummy half. Doncaster only just back the 10. Sharif looking for work early on. Second in the try scoring charts at Halifax with 15. James Haley above him with 16. That's a great ball from Morley to Damien Ball. Ball had to react quickly there. I'm not sure he expected it coming out from the prop. Lawford to Tuilangi. Burst from Tuilangi takes him into the 20-metre area. And the referee, Phil Bentham, has seen a Doncaster hand in there, which will give Halifax a penalty within a kickable range for Bloom. Well, Bloom's on the bench. It's Steve Bull that's taken over the kicking duties. Played full-back, of course, before. Normally a half-back. But Anthony Farrell experimenting against Sulkiar previously with Spink and Bloom at centres. And that not paying dividends, so Gibson, who's played centre before in his Halifax days, and the return of Blackwood means that Anthony Farrell has a full recognised 3-quarter line. And Steve Bould with the first option for Halifax, his first points for Halifax. And after an early scare and 6 tackles close to the line, Halifax go to the other end of the field. 2 penalties taking them within kickable distance, and Bould accepting the 2. It's Halifax 2, Doncaster 0. Wisner collecting the ball from the kick-off. Blackwood from acting half into Harland and Hanford. Not short of ex-Halifax players in this Doncaster side, with Golden, Moana, Allroyd, Harland. All wore the blue and white of Halifax at some stage in their career. And Anthony Farrell will be wary that it's normally players that return here that cause all the problems for their former employees, as Lawford drills one over the top away from the full-back Cockayne, who's going to be caught in goal with it and will be chased down by 4 Halifax defenders. Gibson the first there, but Fisher and Haley making sure the full-back was caught in goal. Looked as though he'd stepped over the line before they'd actually got to him, but not taking any chances. Inch perfect kick from Lawford, putting the pressure on the Dragons defence, and Cockayne being forced touching goal. And Doncaster forced to drop out from under the post. Well, a big space in the middle of the field, but Allroyd will be expected to make many metres with his kick, and he makes about 55, where Wisner underneath it gets it at the second snap. Larder drives it back over the 40 for Halifax, where Sharif will go once again from dummy half, unable to find a gap. Doncaster quickly closing the defensive door as Fisher gets the ball away to Sharif, and Sharif tries to step inside. Gareth Hanford had the first attempt, couldn't make it. Kick through from Fisher. Ball came off the man, says the referee, so the tackle count continues. Wisner to Lawford. Lawford stepping and then disappearing under the tackle of Allroyd on the 10-metre line. Last tackle to Ilange. taking the wrong option there. Farrell would have been looking for a bit more creativity, but Tuilangi going on his own and trying to make amends with the first tackle, which is made on the 10-metre line. And Doncaster playing for and winning the penalty through Craig Miles. So piggyback for Doncaster as Allride makes the 40-metre line with a kick. Cook inside to Hanford. A big prop brought down 2 metres away from the halfway line. Almost a fumble there as Halifax struggled to cope with Martin Osler. Needed some support there. If he'd have got the ball away, there could have been problems. Allride moves it out wide. Lawton in support. Lawton turned round and put to the ground by Lawford and Gibson. Allride, long pass to Moana. Moana gets it away, but there'll be a knock on there as Blackwood went for the ball. And there's 2 knock-ons there, but it'll go against the first one. Instead, and Wood the loose forward. No Latham, Taffy, Dean Coulton, Dale Cardoza or Andy A this afternoon for Doncaster. Andy A being utilised as the water carrier as Halifax get the 3rd penalty from this afternoon referee Phil Bentham from Warrington. Refereed the match between Halifax and Keighley on Good Friday at Cougar Park. Morley once again slips the ball away. Jason Bolts pops it out the back door. Lawford is the recipient. Gets it quickly away to Gibson as Doncaster stretches on that far side. Haley brings Gibson on the inside. Try to go the touchline route. Here comes Tuilangi again, charging onto the ball from long range at pace. Lawford gives it to Wisner. And that's a bell ringer that's not Wisner right out of his stride. Superb tackle. I'm not sure who it was who spotted the danger, but Wisner was absolutely creamed there by a Dragons defender, Marvin Golden, who's playing for the penalty. Referee's given it, well, he's won it. He was wriggling about, made it more difficult for Fisher to get up. So Allride will get another chance to make easy metres for Doncaster. Only made 10. Ball into touch, Allride. Long ball out wide to Aaron Wood, who has Hanford running off the short ball. Put 4 passes together but only made 10 metres. Aaron Wood turns the ball back inside. Blackwood, Morley and Gibson waiting to make the tackle. Big hit from Larder on Martin Osler. Allride looking for runners, brings Arlen back on the inside. Arlen gets it away to the full-back, Cockayne. Tuilangi charges it down, and the hooker Cook is allowed to get up and continue. Doncaster have 6 more tackles. Osler into Jason Bolts. Halifax taking a while to go for the legs there to bring the prop down. Runners here, and Cockayne joining the line as he did so effectively at the Earth Stadium a couple of weeks ago. A real handful, the full-back. Hanford gets the ball away. That will be a drop ball over the line by Craig Lawton. Well, Halifax line's been tested twice. Doncaster have been over it. First with a double movement, then with a drop ball. Halifax breathe another sigh of relief as they get the tap on the 20. Jason Bolts will take the first drive into 3 and make 10 metres. And Phil Bentham trying to draw the players back, but Allen was stood a metre in front of him. Fisher turns it inside for Morley. This time opts for the hard work up the middle, takes the tackle. Steve Bull linking up from full-back, eyeing up the options, and eventually disappearing under the tackle or two. Fisher switches it back to the left. Wisner brings Larder back on the inside, but there are defenders waiting. And a quick play, the ball from Larder allows Fisher a quick run away, but that ball this time won't stand up in the in-goal area. It'll come back for the tap on the 20. And Doncaster quick to get on with the action as Farrell disappears under two. Chase is on now, and Farrell has turned a bit of a dour situation into a good one for Doncaster, as Danny Mills fancies a run up that far side, and he's carried the ball on another 20 metres for Doncaster at the Halifax 10 and taken 3 metres away, but Steve Booth has would he have conceded the 2 rather than the 6, but Doncaster looking as though they're going to the option to run, and Halifax have far too many men stacked over on that far side, and Moana split the defence so easily around Jason Bolt. Well, Steve Bull looked as though he was giving away the 2 rather than the 4, and Moana's try under the post. It's soon going to become 6, but Morley's involved in something down under the post with Craig Cook there. But Halifax was struggling. He got men stacked over on that far side of the field, and it was a strolling for Moana under the post, former Halifax player, and it is one of the ex-Halifax players that's done the damage again. The standoff strolling under against some weak defence. Wrong-footed Jason Bolts, the prop, went under the post, and with Allright's kick, the score will become Halifax 2, Doncaster 6. So Allright turns the 4 into 6. Halifax guilty of ball watching and not reacting quick enough there. Moana unopposed, but there were far too many Halifax men stacked to that left hand side of the post. .15 minutes gone, game not kicking off till around 3:05. Halifax 2, Doncaster 6. Paper thin defence again as Wisner kicks the ball out on the full, and that will mean Allride will put Doncaster back in an attacking position from the centre spot. Well, there is a breeze blowing from right to left, but I think Wisner just misjudging that one. Ball sailing out on the full, and the Dragons get a penalty that evens up that count at 3 apiece. And Allride bangs the ball into touch, makes about 18 metres. Halifax push back again. Well, they need to toughen up in defence. Allride fires it out to Wood. Wood opts for the run. Tuilangi misses with a shoulder, and there's a wrestle on the floor for the ball with Damien Ball, but Wood managing to keep hold of it as Doncaster keep it alive with some short passes on that far side. Tuilangi, that man that made the tackle, slow to his feet, and once again Halifax stacking numbers on that side of the line. They need to pull people across. Hanford turns it back to Moana. Once again they've numbers. Arland goes towards the post, stopped by Fisher. Allride trying to dance his way through, but Halifax managed to close the door on that attack from Graham Allride. Last tackle, Moana will chip it through. It'll come off a Doncaster boot. Tuilangi looked for somebody to pass to, and then took the safety of the tackle from the Doncaster fullback Cockayne. Gibson tries to run it away from the line, something he's used to doing week in, week out from the fullback position. James Haley will get a first run with the ball. That'll end just over the 20-metre line. Morley who had an altercation. And once again, Harland around the head. The referee has seen it. So fourth penalty to Halifax. And Wisner makes best part of 30 metres with that kick into Doncaster territory. A while since Halifax have been here with the ball. As Bloom comes on for Tuilangi. Bolts turns it back to Lawford. Lawford to Damien Ball. And Ball getting up to play the ball quickly and playing for the penalty and not getting it. Morley put down 18 metres out. Fisher turns it back to Bloom for his first touch. Bloom takes it over the 10-metre line. Halifax 8 metres away looking for the first 4-pointer. Lawford turns it back to Jason Bolts, but the defence was sliding across and caught the prop. Lawford to Wisner. Wisner off the foot. Cockayne is caught on the line. Halifax can't put him back. The full-back quick to go down with the ball. Marvin Golden helping the forwards out. Ryan MacDonald on for Halifax. Immediate complaint to the referee about something there, I think, as Danny Mills tries to relieve the pressure for his teammates. Ryan MacDonald on for Chris Morley. MacDonald's come on for last tackle. Halifax have done the work in defence, but Allroyd thought he'd seen a little bit of a gap there as Fisher picks it up for Halifax and gets back to the halfway, and there's a flop from Craig Miles. Ryan MacDonald still complaining to the referee. I'm not sure what about. He's calling time off, and so Wisner with another kick down that far side. That brings another 20-metre gain and puts Halifax on the 20. Bloom with a second drive towards that Doncaster line in as many sets of 6. Lawford short ball to MacDonald. MacDonald winds up at the Doncaster line, but there's 4 men waiting for him 5 metres out. Fisher, Wisner to Jason Bolts. Fisher misses out MacDonald. Wisner to Lawford. Lawford gives it to Bloom, and Bloom comes back in where the defence was sliding across. It's a quick play, the ball from Wisner. Lawford